Welcome back everybody to the channel. I hope everybody's been out there staying safe and sound, taking care of each other. For today's video, we are going to be looking at a product. We are going to be reviewing the Nexico Air T2 Ultra Thin headphones. So to start off, let me say thank you to Nexico for sending this out to me. I am very excited. I actually needed some Bluetooth headphones and I'm super excited to try these out. So let's go ahead and start by just opening these up and seeing what it comes with. Alright, so let's go ahead and open these. They're pretty neatly packed. I love how simple the packaging looks. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the film here. Get these out. And let's see if we can let these slide out. Okay. So right off the start, pretty neat packaging. They even give you a little tap here to open up, make it easy for you. Alright, so we're going to take these out, but first we're going to go ahead and look at what's inside the box. See what they include. They include a Type-C to USB connection or cable, so you can charge it. They don't include an adapter though, so we're going to have to find our own. And of course they have the manual there just for you. They seem pretty thin actually. I'm very surprised. They seem very, very thin. They claim that you can put these in your wallet. We're definitely going to test that. I mean, I guess that depends on what kind of wallet you have, but we're definitely going to test that. Let's see if we can take these out. How do you take these out? I didn't want to look at the instructions because I wanted to see if I could figure this out by myself, but I might actually need, wait, did this open? They open! Okay. They open up. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's the beauty of it because you get to see firsthand when you first buy these how they are. All right, here's the one of the headphones here, and they do have magnetic latches, so they do magnetize right into it, just like that. Pretty neat. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a full charge on these before I test them out, and then we're gonna take them out for a spin. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I skipped the instructions and I thought I was gonna be able to figure this out by myself, but at first I couldn't get any lights or any kind of indicators on these at all, so I was at a loss. I kept taking it out, putting it back in, and they just kept telling me it was charging. Finally I got this little red light showing that it was charging after I took the little stickers off of the charging contacts, and then decided to actually read this manual. So what it turns out to be is that when you open up the Nexico case, the two earbuds, they start pairing with each other. They'll blink red and blue, showing that it's pairing back and forth. Blah 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 blah. And then once they're actually paired, they'll start blinking blue, showing that they are ready to pair with your phone. Once that starts happening, just go to your phone, go to your Bluetooth settings, and scroll down to find the Nexico within the options of selection. So if I would have just read this first, it would have been a lot easier for me to figure that out, but I didn't. So it took me a little bit, but once you know how to do it, it is very, very simple, and they do work and they do connect just fine. So now it's time to take them out for a spin. But before we go, I do want to test out what they do claim. This is a pretty thin storage case for the headphones. So I will tell you right now that I actually keep my wedding ring, in my wallet, and it does seem to be a slightly thicker than my ring, but I think I can actually put these in here. Let's see, I'm gonna take my ring off, or take my ring out, take my wallet, put it right in there, and then close it, and that is what that looks like. So yeah, technically you can put it in your wallet. I guess that also depends on what type of wallet you have. I have an old grown-up wallet, as I like to call them, so it should be able to fit in here, seeing that I've already stretched it out too, because of my ring. But if you have one of those fancy wallets, the little metal wallets, obviously you're not going to be putting it in there. But it is very, very thin enough to also just leave in your pocket, and it shouldn't even bother you too much. So for now, I'm going to actually put it in my wallet because that's what they claim I can do. I'm going to wear my wedding ring. I don't wear this very often because I do a lot of computer work and I don't want to mess anything up or scratch anything, but now I have space to put this in there. So that's going in my pocket, just like so. Front pocket, good to go. All right, so first impressions. I just put them in. I just listened to them for a little bit. They are pretty loud. I don't know if it's because it has noise cancellation or anything like that, but they are pretty loud. The other thing is that they're light. They're super light. Like I can't feel that they're in right now. They're in right now, but I can't feel that they're actually in. So now that might be a little bit different after wearing them for an hour or two. So I do have to test that to make sure. But we, for now, first impressions is they are light. I don't feel like they're in there, and they are pretty loud. So I'm gonna try different genres of music, anything from hip hop to country to pop music, to see if the bass is there, to see if the tones are there, to see if the vocals are there. I wanna see if they actually sound great. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend the rest of my day wearing these and testing them out. Okay, so I have them playing in my ear right now. If you guys can actually see that. They are playing on my phone. I'm going to leave my phone here. They claim to have up to 49 feet of distance. Wow, I'm like listening to music and trying to talk at the same time. It's actually really hard. Transmission distance. So we're gonna leave the phone here. Boom. And we're gonna walk out of this building to see how far we can get. Let's see. Before like the transmission gets bad. All right, so leaving my apartment. I'm 3 flights of stairs up, so this isn't direct connection either. It's going to be the fact that there's walls and doors in between it. I can still hear it. Yep, the music is starting to crackle a little bit. Yeah. All right, so the next test is actually going to be direct visibility to the phone. So I'm gonna keep walking back up until the signal starts degrading and see how far I can get. So I'll be right back. I forgot to leave my phone. Okay, leaving the phone there. Alright, so I don't have a measuring tape that long, but I am pretty sure that is way more than 45 or 49 feet that they were claiming of transmission. I'm actually very surprised. It's really far away. Now the only issue is I can literally leave my phone somewhere, walk away, and then forget that I left my phone. But wow, this is actually pretty good. I'm very surprised. All right, so I've had these for about a week now, and what can I say about them? All right, so to start off with, the goods. They are light, so when you're first wearing them, you don't notice them too much, and that's really good. The audio is pretty clear on them, and they're super easy to carry around because of how small and slim they are. I actually really enjoyed using these. I even used them to practice drums. Which turned out to be pretty good, since they were loud enough for me to be able to still hear the music and still play at the same time. And this is with an acoustic drum set, so that was a good experience. I spent multiple days listening to music, ignoring the people around me, so that was also good. Like the sound is pretty clear, to where you can hear vocals and you can hear mids and all that really well. But here's the thing, they're not very bassy, at least not unless you like stick your finger like in your ear, pushing them in. I don't think they're meant to be very bassy anyways, so that's not a big loss. Like I said, mids to highs to the lows are there, but they're not super bassy. Now after about an hour or 2 hours of wearing them constantly, my right ear actually started hurting. So I assume that that's because I'm not used to wearing earbuds as much. But the strangest thing is, like, my left ear didn't hurt at all the entire time I was wearing them. So I don't know, maybe it's the shape of my ears. I'm not really sure what that was about. The good news about that though is that they don't fall out very easily, so you can sit there and rock out as much as you want. Obviously there's a limit to that, but they're not going to just fall out of your ear randomly while you're walking down the street. So they do stay in very well. The only thing that I did notice is though that depending on how you angle them, the sound quality gets better or worse. And it also sounds like, I don't know if you ever put on like open ear or open back earphones where you can still kind of slightly hear the things around you. So I don't know if this is because of the shape of the earbuds or the shape of my ears, but when I put them in, it doesn't matter which way I angle them. I can't get that full like enclosed feeling that I can with other earbuds. But again, that's fine, because I do think that you can still hear the music very clearly, the vocals very clearly. They're not super overly bassed, so I still enjoyed them. But that being said, I wish that they had some kind of rubber onto them just so they can fit my ear a little bit better. That way it can enclose that sound and I can hear it more clearly. Now, if you ever get these, just do the test to where you put them on and just press against your against one of the earbuds to where it encloses the sound within your ear a little bit more, and you'll notice how clear they actually sound compared to when they're just kind of hanging. Again, though, that might just be the shape of my ear. You could have a completely different experience. All right, so the other thing that I have to mention is I carried this case around for a long time in my pocket, and I forgot that it was there. It is slim. You kind of forget that it's in your pocket, which is a good thing because it's not supposed to be like noticeable, I guess. All right, so let's talk about battery life. I wore these out of the box. Like they said they were at a full charge. I wore these out of the box about 8 hours non-stop, just listening to music. So I pressed play on Pandora, whatever it was listening to, and I let them play in my ear for the entire time I was walking around and going places throughout my day. Around the 7 hour and 45 minute mark, about there, my right one actually died, but the left one kept going. The left one still had like 15% battery life on it, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I know that they advertise around 7 hours or so, like that, 6 to 7 hours. So yeah, it's pretty good, and that's not with plugging them back into the case to charge them either. So I didn't plug them into the case. This was just the earbuds alone. So it means that I still had another, I don't know, 8 hours left if I was to put them back into the case themselves. But just the earbuds alone at full charge did go past the 7 hour mark. I actually hit the 8 hour mark. Well, 7 hours and 45 minute mark before one of them died. And then the other one was still kind of going. So I was still able to listen to music or have phone calls and stuff like that. The other thing is the audio for the talking. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I actually called my wife, and the way I could hear her was very, very clear. Vocals were very, very clear, and she could hear me very, very clear as well. So phone calls passed. The test passed. Did really well. Okay, so let's talk about the case and size. As I mentioned before, these are really slim. They do fit really well in your pocket. I honestly would not carry this in my wallet. I know that that's one of the little advertising things that they use. It fit it in my wallet, but at the same time, I'm just not gonna carry it in my wallet. That's just how my honest opinion. But the thing about it is I didn't have anything to compare it to, so I ended up asking my wife if she had her earbuds laying around, and well, this is what happened.
That's actually smart, because with my Samsung buds, I tried to put them in my wallet one time and they didn't fit.
Great point. Great point. Do you have your Samsung ones on? Samsung. These are the Nexigos. These are the Samsungs. So that's why I didn't fit, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. These are longer, but they're a lot way thinner. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can tell, the difference between the two are significant. The fact that these are so slim and thin make it a lot easier to carry around. And as my wife said, it seems that she might actually want a pair of these just because of the fact that the other ones are so bulky and thick. So good selling point. This thinness is a really good selling point. All right, so moment of truth. Would I recommend you going out and buying these? So far, I like them. I really do like them. For the price range that they have, they're not bad. I mean, the build quality feels good. The price isn't terrible. The functionality of it isn't bad at all. The quality of the sound is pretty good. Yes, it's lacking in the bass, but at the same time, you don't necessarily need just in your brain all the time, right? It's nice to be able to hear clear sounds too. Talking on a phone call was really clear as well. So yes, I would say I would go out and buy these. I would go out and try them out if I was you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link for them down in the description below if you want to try them out yourself. An Amazon link. That way you can kind of get your own experience with them and see if you want to keep them or not. It is through Amazon, so if you end up not wanting to keep them, I think you can always return, right? But I think you'll like them. So thanks again to Nexico for sending these out to me. I am really enjoying them, and I actually needed some of these. I don't have earbuds. I don't have Bluetooth earbuds, and these have been perfect for me lately. I've been able to sit on the couch, listen to something, just watch YouTube videos without bothering anybody. Because usually I watch my YouTube videos on my phone, super blast loud next to my wife, and you know, she can't do anything about that because I like my stuff really loud. But with these, she doesn't even know what I'm watching. She doesn't even know what I'm doing. She doesn't know what I'm listening to. I'm not bothering her. You know, it's all good. So go check them out if you want. Link in the description. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next video. And stay safe. Take care of each other. Goodbye. Go. Oh no, it's gonna get me!